There we go. Good morning, everybody. We're gonna read a story today. And I was writing down all the passages. There's quite a bit, mostly by Psalms. Is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There's nine. Then I thought it went on, so I was writing down more. I'm like, there's no possible way we can read all this today. Then it went up and went. There's a headline difference. I'll show you. And I went, oh, well, I'll stop. We can read that tomorrow. Jehovah has opened the way. That was last time. How Jehovah reveals himself in his world. See, that's all. Oh. Then, see that headline? I just went right past that. I was going to write that down, all that. I'm like that. And then it goes on. There's more. I says, well, we're going to have to read half that today and half tomorrow. I'm like, that's a lot. And we listened to the chapters. I was thinking, what if we did read all of it and didn't read all the chapters? So that's what, 9, let's see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, wait, Psalms, this one. No, I crossed that out on my paper. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 chapters. Whew. Do we have time in our life to do? That's a lot just to sit in 16 chapters. I know now if it was a total of 10, I probably would do it because we do listen to 10 chapters. But that's 8 chapters. I think that's good enough. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. So we will stop there. Okay. And we'll do part 2 tomorrow. So this is part 1, P1. No, there we go. And then we'll just, it's a short reading, but a lot of other stuff. So it's weird. See, this does not agree with my other iPad. Works fine on this one. Then the other charger works on it. So go figure. I don't know. So let's get oh. Chat. I need a chat. So my uncle wants me to do him diamond painting. Come on, go. Thank you. And Baby Yoda, so my brother forgot. And I said, I never spend my deposit this fast. He says, don't spend your deposit that fast. all the time. I'm like, oh, I don't. I usually don't. I usually wait a while. One time I waited a month, and I had the up next deposit. Then I had spending money. I'm like, I had like $200 spending money. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get stuff for myself, and I still left $50 in my bank. So I still have like what? I don't even know. Oh, I usually go in the um bank app on there or in here. Let's refresh it. So what I figured, we'll do all of Psalms first, all of Job first, and then we'll go down the line. So if we would just read the passages, I could probably read the whole thing of uh two all at once. Oh, did I forget to do it again? All right, let's get started. Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy. May your kingdom come soon. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today the food we need. And forgive us our sins as we have forgiven those who sin against us. And don't lead us, and don't let us yield to temptation, but rescue us from the evil one. Sorry about that. Jehovah, thank you for another beautiful day in your beautiful earth. And thank you for allowing us to wake up today. And thank you for what you did for us in the past, present, and what you will do for us in the future. I really appreciate everything you have done for us. Please continue to pray, help Danielle and her husband, um, Jenny, baby Kyle and his parents, uh, Robin Taylor and her friend, uh, Timothy Carver, Kate, Miss Diane and her daughters, Cindy Lee, Lisa, Toby Keith, Celine Dion, Shannon Doherty, Arnie, Vicky and family, Cal and her mom and family. and whoever's watching this in replay and live, please help them in the name of Jesus, your son. Amen. So, so, how Jehovah reveals himself in the world. Now, there's a picture here. It says, Jehovah has revealed himself through his creative works and his written words. Where is his written words, though? Yeah. I know where they are. Do you know where they are? How Jehovah reveals himself in his world. Chapter 8, question. Why can it be said that the Bible itself is evidence of Jehovah's love for us? The Bible itself is evidence of Jehovah's love for us. In his word, he reveals himself in terms we can comprehend, proof not only that he loves us, but that he wants us to know and love him. When we read in this precious book, enables us to draw close to him. Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. Happy is the man who does not walk according to the advice of the wicked, and does not stand on the path of sinners, and does not sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight in his but his delight is in the law of Jehovah, and he reads his law in an undertone day and night. He will be like a tree planted by streams of water, a tree that produces fruit in its season, the foliage of which does not wither, and everything he does will succeed. What did it do that for? That was Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. Let us some heartwarming ways in which Jehovah reveals himself in his word. Oh, hold on, guys. I thought it said world. It says word. I have to correct the title. I have not watched it yet, so I have to go to it. Sorry, guys. I have to change it now. This holiday season. Well, we don't need to hear it. Unskippable ads. Do 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 do. library. Let's do that. Edit. Take out one letter. I just realized what I did in my book. Where is it? Hi, Carol. Okay, let's get back to this. What are some examples of direct statements in the Bible that identify God's qualities? Hold up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a bright and sunshiny day. Hey, Carol's here. The scriptures contain many direct statements identifying God's qualities. Note some examples. Jehovah loves justice. For Jehovah loves justice, and he will not abandon his loyal ones. They will always be guarded, but the descendants of the wicked will be done away with. Sorry, that was Psalms chapter 37, verse 28. God is great in power. Job 37:23. Understanding the Almighty is beyond our reach. He is great in power, and he never violates his justice and abundant righteousness. Then, I am loyal, declares Jehovah. Jeremiah 3:12. Go and proclaim these words to the north. Return, O renegade Israel, declare Jehovah. I will not look down angrily on you, for I am loyal, declares Jehovah. I will not stay resentful forever. He is wise in heart. Job chapter 9, verse 4. He is wise in heart and mighty in power. Who can resist him and come off uninjured? He is a God merciful and compassionate, slow to anger, and abundant in loyal love and truth. Exodus chapter 34, verse 6. Jehovah was passing before him and declaring, Jehovah, Jehovah, a God merciful and compassionate, slow to anger and abundant in royal love and truth. 34 chapter 6. You, O Jehovah, are good and ready to forgive. Psalms chapter 86, verse 5. For you, O Jehovah, are good and ready to forgive. You abundant in loyal love for all these who call on you. And as mentioned in the preceding chapter, one quality is predominant. God is love. First John chapter 4, verse 8. Whoever does not love has not come to know God, because God is love. As you reflect on these pleasing attributes, are you not drawn to this incomparable God? I think that's it, though. Oh, no, it's not it. Chapter 10 and 11, answer. Answer. To help us see his personality more clearly. What has Jehovah included in his word? What? Oh, that's A. And this is B. What Bible example helps us visualize God's power in action? Yeah, all those words, right? All right, so that's it. So that will be tomorrow. In addition to telling us what his qualities are, Jehovah has lovingly included in his word concrete example of these qualities in action. Such accounts paint vivid material pictures that help us see the various facets of his personality more clearly. That in that in return, no, that in turn helps us draw close to him. Consider an example. And the rest, like all that on blue, we're gonna go read that now. Oh, you still got your pain in your tummy? Maybe you could rub both sides of your tummy at the same time. I had pains on both sides of my tummy, and I just kept rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it. It was built up. Excuse me. This is not inappropriate. I'm just telling what it was, Jehovah. It was built up gas, and I felt good after. After a while, I felt really good. I'm like, oh, no more pressure. There we go. I fixed it. All right, so let's go to Psalms. We'll read all Psalms first. We got to get this diamond painting done today. I have one I have to do. Baby Yoda. Oh, God. My brother says, how big is that board? I mean, oh, I don't know why. He goes, this painting is 12 by... Oh, that's just how big the painting is. It's right. That's the same size as this. He goes, oh, all right. I've been using this as a whiteout, but it doesn't work very well. Just taking a break. Everybody needs a break. My next deposit, I'll definitely get some more sleepers for the babies. I'll get four first. I'll get 2 sets of 3s. If they're a good if they're a good price, you know. Okay, let's start. So, Psalms chapter 1, 1 through 3. Happy is the man who does not walk around to the advice of the wicked, and does not stand on the path of sinners, and does not sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of Jehovah, and he reads his law in an undertone day and night. He will be like a tree planted by streams of water, a tree that produces fruit in its season, the foliage of which does not wither. In everything he does will succeed. There's only 6, so I'm going to keep on reading. The wicked are not like that. They are like the chaff that the wind blows away. That is why the wicked will not remain standing in the judgment, nor will sinners remain standing in the assembly of the righteous. For Jehovah is aware of the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Oh. We'll go to 37. 28. 28. For Jehovah loves justice, and he will not abandon his loyal ones. They will always be guarded, but the descendants of the wicked will be done away with. I forgot. All you have to do is that. Next one is 86. Oh, no. Oh, no, you can go. I forgot, guys. Let's go back to Psalms 37. Well, we gotta listen to Psalms 37. We already, yeah, we gotta listen to this.
Psalm 37 of David. Do not be upset because of evil men, or envious of wrongdoers. They will quickly wither like grass, and shrivel like green new grass. Trust in Jehovah, and do what is good. Reside in the earth, and act with faithfulness. Find exquisite delight in Jehovah, and he will grant you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to Jehovah. Rely on him, and he will act in your behalf. He will make your righteousness shine like daybreak, and your justice like the midday sun. Keep silent before Jehovah, and wait expectantly for him. Do not be upset by the man who succeeds in carrying out his schemes. Let go of anger and abandon rage. Do not become upset and turn to doing evil. For evil men will be done away with, but those hoping in Jehovah will possess the earth. Just a little while longer, and the wicked will be no more. You will look at where they were, and they will not be there. But the meek will possess the earth, and they will find exquisite delight in the abundance of peace. The wicked man plots against the righteous. He grinds his teeth at him. But Jehovah will laugh at him, for he knows that his day will come. The wicked draw their swords and bend their bows to bring down the oppressed and the poor, to slaughter those whose way is upright. But their sword will pierce their own heart. Their bows will be broken. Better is the little of the righteous one than the abundance of many wicked ones. For the arms of the wicked will be broken, but Jehovah will support the righteous. Jehovah is aware of what the blameless go through, and their inheritance will last forever. They will not be put to shame in the time of disaster. In the time of famine, they will have plenty. But the wicked will perish. The enemies of Jehovah will vanish like glorious pastures. They will vanish like smoke. The wicked one borrows and does not repay, but the righteous one is generous and giving. Those blessed by him will possess the earth, but those cursed by him will be done away with. Jehovah guides the steps of a man when he finds pleasure in his way. Although he may fall, he will not be hurled down, for Jehovah supports him by the hand. I was once young, and now I am old, but I have not seen anyone righteous abandoned, nor his children looking for bread. He always lends freely, and his children are in line for a blessing. Turn away from bad and do what
I
is
am
good,
so
and
sorry.
you will remain forever. For Jehovah loves justice, and he will not abandon his loyal ones. They will always be guarded, but the descendants of the wicked will be done away with. The righteous will possess the earth, and they will live forever on it. The mouth of the righteous one imparts wisdom, and his tongue speaks about justice. The law of his God is in his heart. His steps will not falter. The wicked watches the righteous, seeking to put him to death. But Jehovah will not abandon him to the hand of that one, or find him guilty when he is judged. Hope in Jehovah and follow his way, and he will exalt you to take possession of the earth. When the wicked are done away with, you will see it. I have seen the ruthless, evil man spreading out like a luxuriant tree in its native soil. But he suddenly passed away and was gone. I kept searching for him, and he could not be found. Take note of the blameless one, and keep the upright one in sight, for the future of that man will be peaceful. But all the transgressors will be destroyed. The future of wicked people will be cut off. The salvation of the righteous is from Jehovah. He is their fortress in the time of distress. Jehovah will help them and rescue them. He will rescue them from the wicked and save them, because they take refuge in him.
Okay. Now, we read, that's 37, right? Now let's go to 86. Number 5. For you, O Jehovah, are good and ready to forgive. You abound in loyal love for all those who call on you.
Psalm 86, a prayer of David. Incline your ear, O Jehovah, and answer me, for I am afflicted and poor. Guard my life, for I am loyal. Save your servant who is trusting in you, for you are my God. Show me favor, O Jehovah, for I call to you all day long. Make your servant rejoice, for to you, O Jehovah, I turn. For you, O Jehovah, are good and ready to forgive. You abound in loyal love for all those who call on you. Listen, O Jehovah, to my prayer, and pay attention to my pleas for help. I call on you in the day of my distress, for you will answer me. There is none like you among the gods, O Jehovah. There are no works like yours. All the nations that you made will come and bow down before you, O Jehovah, and they will give glory to your name. For you are great and do wondrous things. You are God, you alone. Instruct me, O Jehovah, about your way. I will walk in your truth. Unify my heart to fear your name. I praise you, O Jehovah, my God, with all my heart, and I will glorify your name forever. For your loyal love toward me is great, and you have saved my life from the depths of the grave. O God, presumptuous men rise up against me. A band of ruthless men seek to take my life, and they have no regard for you. But you, O Jehovah, are a God merciful and compassionate, slow to anger, and abundant in loyal love and faithfulness. Turn to me and show me favor. Give your strength to your servant, and save the son of your slave girl. Show me a sign of your goodness, so that those who hate me may see it and be put to shame. For you, O Jehovah, are my helper and comforter. Psalm 87. Of the sons of Korah.
That's it for Psalms. So we go to Job next. Chapter 37. Understanding the Almighty is beyond our reach. He is great in power, and he never violates his justice in abundant righteousness.
Chapter 37.
Ooh, deep voice.
At this, my heart pounds and leaps from its place. Listen carefully to the rumbling of his voice and the thunder that comes from his mouth. He unleashes it under the entire heavens and sends his lightning to the ends of the earth. After that is a roaring sound. He thunders with a majestic voice, and he does not hold it back when his voice is heard. God thunders with his voice in a wonderful way. He does great things that are beyond our understanding. For he says to the snow, fall to the earth, and to the downpour of rain, pour down mightily. God puts a stop to all human activity so that every mortal man will know his work. The wild animals go into their dens and remain in their lairs. The storm wind blows from its chamber, and the cold comes from the north winds. By the breath of God, the ice is produced, and the broad waters are frozen solid. Yes, he weighs down the clouds with moisture. He scatters his lightning in the clouds. They swirl around where he directs them. They carry out whatever he commands on the surface of the inhabited earth. Whether it is for punishment, or for the sake of the land, or for loyal love, he causes it to happen. Listen to this, Job. Stop and consider carefully the wonderful works of God. Do you know how God controls the clouds? And how he causes the lightning to flash from his cloud? Do you know how the clouds float? These are the wonderful works of the one perfect in knowledge. Why does your clothing become hot when the earth is still? Because of the south wind. Can you with him spread out the skies as solid as a metal mirror? Tell us what we should say to him. We cannot answer because we are in the dark. Should he be told that I want to speak? Or has anyone said something that should be communicated to him? They cannot even see the light, though it is bright in the sky, until a wind passes by and clears away the clouds. Out of the north comes golden splendor. God's majesty is awe-inspiring. Understanding the Almighty is beyond our reach. He is great in power, and he never violates his justice and abundant righteousness. Therefore, people should fear him, for he does not favor any who think that they are wise.
All right, now Job chapter 9, verse 7. He commands the sun not to shine and steal off the light of the stars.
Chapter 9. Job said in reply,
For a fact I know that this is so. But how can mortal man be in the right in a case with God? If someone wishes to argue with him, that one could not answer one of his questions in 1,000. He is wise in heart and mighty in power. Who can resist him and come off uninjured? He moves mountains without anyone knowing it. He overturns them in his anger. He shakes the earth out of its place so that its pillars tremble. He commands the sun not to shine and seals off the light of the stars. He spreads out the heavens by himself, and he treads upon the high waves of the sea. He made the ash, the Kisel, and the Chima constellations, and the constellations of the southern sky. He does great and unsearchable things, wonderful things that cannot be counted. He passes by me, and I cannot see him. He moves past me, but I do not discern him. When he snatches something, who can resist him? Who can say to him, "What are you doing?" God will not restrain his anger. Even the helpers of Rahab will bow down to him. How much more when I answer him, must I choose my words carefully to argue with him? Even if I were in the right, I would not answer him. I could only plead for mercy from my judge. If I call out to him, will he answer me? I do not believe that he will listen to my voice, for he crushes me with a storm and multiplies my wounds for no reason. He does not let me catch my breath. He keeps filling me with bitter things. If it is a matter of power, he is the strong one. If it is a matter of justice, he says, "Who can call me to account?" If I were in the right, my own mouth would condemn me. Even if I keep my integrity, he will declare me guilty. Even if I keep my integrity, I am not confident about myself. I reject this life of mine. It is all the same. That is why I say he destroys the innocent and the wicked alike. If a flash flood should cause sudden death, he would mock at the despair of the innocent. The earth has been handed over to the wicked. He covers the eyes of its judges. If it is not he, Then who is it? Now my days are swifter than a runner. They run away without seeing good. They glide by like reed boats, like eagles that swoop down on their prey. If I say, I will forget my complaint, I will change my expression and be cheerful, I would still be afraid because of all my pains. And I know you would not find me innocent. I would be found guilty. So why should I struggle in vain? If I wash myself in water from melting snow, and I cleanse my hands in lye, then you would dip me in a pit, so that even my own garments would detest me. For he is not a man like me that I may answer him, that we should go to court together. There is no person to decide between us who could serve as our judge. If he would stop beating me and not let his terror frighten me, then I would speak to him unafraid. For it is not in me to speak out of fear.
Chapter 10.
I loathe my...
Okay, that was Job chapter 9. I'm going to go to Jeremiah. Chapter 3, verse 12. Go and proclaim these words to the north. Return, O renegade Israel. Declare Jehovah, I will not look down angrily on you, for I am loyal. Declares Jehovah, I will not stay resentful forever.
Chapter 3. People ask, if a man sends his wife away and she leaves him and becomes another man's, should he return to her anymore? Has that land not been utterly polluted? You have committed prostitution with many companions, and should you now return to me, declares Jehovah? Raise your eyes to the bare hills and see. Where have you not been raped? You sat along the roadways for them, like a nomad in the wilderness. You keep polluting the land with your prostitution and your wickedness. So showers of rain are withheld, and there is no rain in the spring. You have the brazen look of a wife who commits prostitution. You refuse to feel shame. But now you call out to me, my father, you are the companion of my youth. Should one stay resentful forever, or always hold a grudge? This is what you say, but you keep doing all the evil you are capable of doing. In the days of King Josiah, Jehovah said to me, have you seen what unfaithful Israel has done? She has gone up on every high mountain and underneath every luxuriant tree to commit prostitution. Even after she did all these things, I kept telling her to return to me, but she did not return. And Judah kept watching her treacherous sister. When I saw that, I sent unfaithful Israel away with a full certificate of divorce because of her adultery. But her treacherous sister Judah did not become afraid. She too went out and committed prostitution. She took her prostitution lightly, and she kept polluting the land and committing adultery with stones and with trees. Despite all this, her treacherous sister Judah did not return to me with all her heart, only in pretense, declares Jehovah. Jehovah then said to me, unfaithful Israel has shown herself to be more righteous than treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words to the north. Return, O renegade Israel, declares Jehovah. I will not look down angrily on you, for I am loyal, declares Jehovah. I will not stay resentful forever. Only acknowledge your guilt, for you have rebelled against Jehovah your God. You continued scattering your favors to strangers under every luxuriant tree, but you would not obey my voice, declares Jehovah. Return, you renegade sons, declares Jehovah, for I have become your true master, and I will take you, one from a city and two from a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And I will give you shepherds after my own heart, and they will feed you with knowledge and insight. You will become many and will bear fruit in the land in those days, declares Jehovah. No more will they say, the ark of the covenant of Jehovah. It will not come up into the heart, nor will they remember it or miss it, and it will not be made again. At that time they will call Jerusalem the throne of Jehovah, and all the nations will be brought together to the name of Jehovah at Jerusalem, and they will no longer stubbornly follow their own wicked heart. In those days they will walk together, the house of Judah alongside the house of Israel, and together they will come from the land of the north into the land that I gave to your forefathers as an inheritance. And I thought, how I placed you among the sons and gave you the desirable land, the most beautiful inheritance among the nations. I also thought that you would call me my father, and that you would not turn away from following me. Truly, as a wife treacherously leaves her husband, so also you, O house of Israel, have dealt treacherously with me, declares Jehovah. On the bare hills a sound is heard, the weeping and the pleading of the people of Israel, for they have distorted their way. They have forgotten Jehovah their God. Return, you renegade sons. I will heal your renegade condition. Here we are. We have come to you. For you, O Jehovah, are our God. Truly, the hills and the turmoil on the mountains are a delusion. Truly, in Jehovah our God is the salvation of Israel. But the shameful thing has consumed the toil of our forefathers since our youth, their flocks and their herds, their sons and their daughters. Let us lie down in our shame, and let our disgrace cover us. For we have sinned against Jehovah our God, we and our fathers since our youth until this day, and we have not obeyed the voice of Jehovah our God. Chapter 4. If you will return, O Israel.
Now we'll go to Exodus chapter 34. Verse 6. Jehovah was passing before him and declaring, Jehovah, Jehovah, a God merciful and compassionate, slow to anger and abundant in loyal love and truth.
Chapter 34. Then Jehovah said to Moses, carve out for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first ones, and I will write on the tablets the words that appeared on the first tablets, which you shattered. Get ready for the morning, as you will go up in the morning to Mount Sinai, and station yourself before me there on the top of the mountain. But nobody may go up with you, and nobody else should be seen anywhere on the mountain. Not even the flocks or herds should graze in front of that mountain. So Moses carved out 2 tablets of stone like the first ones, and got up early in the morning and went up Mount Sinai, just as Jehovah had commanded him. And he took the 2 tablets of stone in his hand. Then Jehovah came down in the cloud, and stationed himself with him there, and declared the name of Jehovah. Jehovah was passing before him, and declaring, Jehovah, Jehovah, a God merciful and compassionate, slow to anger, and abundant in loyal love and truth, showing loyal love to thousands, pardoning error and transgression and sin. But he will by no means leave the guilty unpunished, bringing punishment for the error of fathers upon sons and upon grandsons, upon the 3rd generation and upon the 4th generation. Moses hurried to bow low to the earth and prostrate himself. Then he said, If now I have found favor in your eyes, O Jehovah, then please, Jehovah, go along with us in our midst, although we are an obstinate people, and forgive our error and our sin, and take us as your own possession. In turn he said, Here I am making a covenant. Before all your people, I will do wonderful things that have never been done in all the earth or among all the nations, and all the people among whom you live will see the work of Jehovah, for it is an awe-inspiring thing that I am doing with you. Pay attention to what I am commanding you today. Here I am driving out from before you the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the
Go get
Hivites,
him.
and the Jebusites. Be careful that you do not make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land to which you are going, or it may prove to be a snare among you. But you are to pull down their altars, you are to shatter their sacred pillars, and their sacred poles you are to cut down. You must not bow down to another god, for Jehovah is known for requiring exclusive devotion. Yes, he is a God who requires exclusive devotion. Be careful not to make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, because when they prostitute themselves to their gods and sacrifice to their gods, someone will invite you, and you will eat from his sacrifice. Then you will surely take some of their daughters for your sons, and their daughters will prostitute themselves to their gods, and cause your sons to prostitute themselves to their gods. You must not make gods of cast metal. You are to observe the festival of unleavened bread. You will eat unleavened bread just as I have commanded you. Do this for 7 days at the appointed time in the month of Abib, because it was in the month of Abib that you came out of Egypt. Every firstborn male is mine, including all your livestock, whether the first male bull or sheep. The firstling of a donkey you are to redeem with a sheep. But if you do not redeem it, then you must break its neck. You are to redeem every firstborn of your sons. No one may appear before me empty-handed. 6 days you are to work, but on the 7th day you will rest. Even during plowing time and in harvest you will rest. And you will celebrate your festival of weeks with the first ripe fruits of the wheat harvest, and the festival of ingathering at the turn of the year. 3 times a year, all your men are to appear before the true Lord Jehovah, the God of Israel. For I will drive the nations away from before you, and I will enlarge your territory, and nobody will desire your land while you're going up to see the face of Jehovah your God 3 times a year. You must not offer the blood of my sacrifice along with anything leavened. The sacrifice at the festival of the Passover should not be kept overnight until the morning. The best of the first ripe fruits of your soil you are to bring to the house of Jehovah your God. You must not boil a young goat in its mother's milk.
Who does
Jehovah
that?
went on to say to Moses, You are to write down these words, because in accordance with these words I am making a covenant with you and with Israel. And he remained there with Jehovah 40 days and 40 nights. He ate no bread and drank no water. And he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments.
Mm.
Moses then came down from Mount Sinai, and the 2 tablets of the testimony were in his hand. When he came down from the mountain, Moses did not know that the skin of his face was emitting rays, because he had been speaking with God. When Aaron and all the Israelites saw Moses, they noticed that the skin of his face emitted rays, and they were afraid to go near him. But Moses called to them. So Aaron and all the chieftains of the assembly came to him, and Moses spoke with them. After that, all the Israelites came near to him, and he gave them all the commands that Jehovah had given him on Mount Sinai. When Moses would finish speaking with them, he would put a veil over his face. But when Moses would go in before Jehovah to speak with him, he would take off the veil until he went out. Then he went out and revealed to the Israelites the commands he had received. And the Israelites saw that the skin of Moses' face emitted rays. Then Moses put the veil back over his face until he went in to speak with God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I barely touched it and it went off. I last but certainly never least. First John chapter, I guess this little 4 verse 8. Whoever does not love has not come to know God, because God is love. That's so true.
Chapter 4. Beloved ones, do not believe every inspired statement, but test the inspired statements to see whether they originate with God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. This is how you know that the inspired statement is from God. Every inspired statement that acknowledges Jesus Christ as having come in the flesh originates with God. But every inspired statement that does not acknowledge Jesus does not originate with God. Furthermore, this is the Antichrist's inspired statement that you have heard was coming.
What are you doing?
And now it is already in the world. You originate with God, little children, and you have conquered them, because the one who is in union with you is greater than the one who is in union with the world. They originate with the world. That is why they speak what originates with the world, and the world listens to them. We originate with God. Whoever comes to know God listens to us. Whoever does not originate with God does not listen to us. By this we distinguish the inspired statement of truth from the inspired statement of error. Beloved ones, let us continue loving one another, because love is from God, and everyone who loves has been born from God and knows God. Whoever does not love has not come to know God, because God is love. By this, the love of God was revealed in our case, that God sent his only begotten Son into the world, so that we might gain life through him. The love is in this respect, not that we have loved God, but that he loved us, and sent his Son as a propitiatory sacrifice for our sins. Beloved ones, if this is how God loved us, then we are also under obligation to love one another.
Right.
No one has seen God at any time.
Mm-mm.
If we
Uh-oh.
continue loving
Sorry.
one another, God remains in us, and his love is made perfect in us. By this we know that we are remaining in union with him, and he in union with us, because he has given his Spirit to us. In addition, we ourselves have seen and are bearing witness that the Father has sent his Son as Savior of the world. Whoever acknowledges that Jesus is God's Son, God remains in union with such one, and he in union with God. And we have come to know and believe the love that God has for us. God is love, and the one who remains in love remains in union with God, and God remains in union with him. In this way, love has been made perfect in us, so that we may have freeness of speech in the day of judgment. Because just as that one is, so are we ourselves in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts fear out, because fear restrains us. Indeed, the one who is fearful has not been made perfect in love. We love because he first loved us. If anyone says, I love God, and yet is hating his brother, he is a liar. For the one who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen. And we have this commandment from him, that whoever loves God must also love his brother.
That's right.
Chapter 5. Everyone who
Nope. Well, we're gonna read I'm gonna read it from here so I can highlight it, because other people read them. Oh, I have to rearrange my legs. Sorry. Oh. So, uh, Carol, we're gonna read Carol's verse request. Oh, yeah. Um, Second Samuel. I'm tired. Can you tell? Second Samuel chapter 17, verse 23. I just want to tell you one thing. I have to stay preoccupied. If I'm just sitting here, I'm gonna fall asleep. Whether it's in the middle of the day, morning, noon, or night. All right. So if I do something, and yet I'm still paying attention to stuff, that's fine. I know a lot of people that do stuff while they're waiting for something to be read, and they can still listen to it. Second Samuel chapter 17, verse 23. When Aphrodite is that no uh uh the I don't know that word. All right, Carol. I do not know that word. Uh,
You know, when we find David, so David and all the people with him went across the Jordan River. When Ahithophel realized that his voice had not been
Ahithophel.
followed, he
Okay.
said,
Stop. Cool. When Ahithophel realized that his advice had not been followed, he saddled his donkey, went to his hometown, set his affairs in order, and and hanged himself. He died there and was buried in this family tomb. That's sad. Mm. Next is Matthew chapter 25, verse 29. To those who use well what they are given, even more will be given, and they will have in abundance. But from those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. Yeah, if you do very well with something, of course you're going to get more of it. If you don't do nothing with it, it's like, well, I'm going to take it away and give it to someone that will do something with it. That's understanding. In Luke chapter 22, verse 61. At that moment, the Lord turned and looked at Peter. Suddenly, the Lord's words flashed through Peter's mind. Before the rooster crows tomorrow morning, you will deny 3 times that you even know me. Mm-hmm. What are you doing down there? Feed the pretty girl. Last night we were going to go to bed. I said, okay, let's go to bed. And what did she do? She went into a new bed. But she didn't stay there, though. I said, you want to come with me or you want to stay out here? And she came with me. So, she'd be by herself. Well, Christmas, she's when we go to my sister's house, she's going to be by herself. You're a big girl now, huh? It's good to be by yourself sometimes. Don't worry, I'll make sure you have your food, water, all your toys. Maybe your new toys will be here. I don't know. So, maybe a new collar. I won't leave it on you. Hey, Danielle. Really? That's weird. I'm sorry. Do you see this one though? Hi, everyone. That is so weird. Subscription videos. So here's click on subscribe. Oh yeah, look at here, Danielle. Look. Yeah, there's something wrong. I never go to that. I never go to that if I wanna see if you're live or Grace is live. I put your I search. I always search. I never go by that. That well, I don't know. Maybe they're working on something on there. No, I think there's a glitch. You have to wait. You gotta wait. Oh, you didn't interrupt. We're all done. We're all done. You did not interrupt. Not at all. I always go. um, Auntie Danielle said hi. Yes. JJ got her a doghouse for inside. It's really a crate, but he took off the door because he didn't buy it for the crate, so he got rid of the door. But it's so cute. She loves it. And he also bought an extra bed to go inside of it because the mat that goes with it is really thin. It's like, what? What? That's right. Poison ivy. That's funny. Let's hope she don't get into poison. I like her too much. What? Talk to me. What do you want? What you want? You gotta talk to me. What do you want? Ow! You attacked me. No. No. I don't know. It's just gonna stay like that. It's not bare wood. It's. I can't explain what it is. No nails or nothing. Yeah, right. What do you want? What? I know what she wants. I was hopefully she would go. "Rrr, rrr, rrr." Speak. Speak. Yeah, if I see that one more time, she'll say, "Up yours." Okay, I have to go because I know she has to go, and I have to go as well. I have to go potty, so she has to go potty first, though. So I don't want like a little little puddle. I love you, girl. I love you, Danielle. I'm glad you stopped by. So, I'll keep checking on the subscription videos, and I'll let you know if it starts working. And I will send feedback to YouTube. Love you, girl. How you feeling, by the way? Hold on, we're almost done. You have a pee-pee pad too, you know. She don't even blah. Oh, blah blah blah. Someday there'll be no pain. There'll be no sadness. No bad stuff. It'll be perfect. Paradise. And I can't wait for that to happen. So I love you, Danielle. Love you, Carol. Love everybody that came and that will watch this later. So love, don't judge. Peace out.